Good morning, TikTok mommies. I'm not particularly talking to the daddies today, but I want to speak to the trad wife, homeschool mommy wannabes. Hopefully, I'm catching some singles this morning who are, in their heads about this American dream life. Sometimes that can include being a trad wife and a stay-at-home mommy, a homeschool mommy, which is all fine and well. I did it successfully. But hey, there is a prerequisite to all of this. Now, don't be a dummy. Now, Mama D doesn't like to cast all her pearls upon swine, honey. Don't let me waste my time by saying this. Hey, listen, if that's the lifestyle that you aspire to have with your children, you better have an education of some sorts before you say I do. I do to being a wife. I do to being the mother of his children for who knows how long you may be in the marriage. It could be, like I always say, you may luck up on a happy, healthy relationship. Or on the flip side, you may become entrapped. You may get tricked into one that is not happy or healthy and is actually toxic. I don't have my books here in front of me. Y'all know I would have plugged my book on my toolkit for parallel parenting with a toxic mate, parallel homeschooling with a toxic mate. But there's a lot of good tips in there about how to get through a toxic relationship and marriage, while homeschooling with a not so nice spouse or mate. And one thing that I try to stress in my book is, Lord have mercy, if you made the mistake of marrying this fool with, or being tricked into a marriage with this fool without having a basic education or, at least your high school diploma, honey, before you try to homeschool. Now, again, I said it in one of my first videos. Now, you don't have to be, a genius to homeschool. There's so many materials out there to where, you don't have to have these elaborate, degrees to homeschool. But what I'm talking about is having an education to support yourself when this monster, if and when this monster walks out on you, your children, and your homeschool. How are you going to support yourself and support your children and your homeschool? You will want to continue homeschooling if he leaves. As best you can, if you can. Now, you can't. There are options. If you find yourself in a divorce litigation while homeschooling, and your spouse was the main breadwinner, 9 times out of 10, the judge is going to award you sometimes 100% custody. Most of the time 50-50, but sometimes it's good because you were the homeschool parent and you were with that child all the time. Now, in my state, there's no alimony, but Lord have mercy, I'll talk about it in another video, but because I was a trad wife for so long, I did work here and there, I piddled around a little bit to make money for my homeschool. That did come into the judge's decision on, that was a plus for me, but it was a factor in my child support order because I was a homeschool mom. And for so long and a stay-at-home, mom, it did give me some extra child support monies during that time because we don't have alimony here in our state. So, but besides that, what I need to be clear about is that, I've said it in other videos, I do work in occupational therapy. And praise God, I had finished college and got my degree well before I married this fool. So, I did have income, the ability to make income before he skipped out on the, let's just say he abandoned the homeschool. Let's just say that. But, you guys, ladies, let's be real. Let's keep it all the way 100. I keep saying it, and I know that you know, and I know that you know that I know. Every home is not happy and healthy. Not always 100%. So you got to be, on your P's and Q's at all times. And, planning 10 steps ahead, especially if you know this person has mental health issues, this person that you live with, and is so-called, you're trying to co-parent with, but you're not. What y'all are doing are counter-parenting, and I call it in my book parallel parenting, because, you're supposed to be going in the same direction, but you're actually going in total opposite directions. You got one person going up and trying to take the children up, and you got another one that's totally oppositional, trying to tear down the family and the children and your relationship with those children purposefully. They're doing it on purpose because of their mental illness. Some of these fools are really crazy. Some of them are really dangerous, and you may, like I say, some of you may find that you got tricked into this relationship with this person. I would love to do a list. I gotta go to work today. Y'all see I got on my OT shirt. This is one of my favorite OT t-shirts. Look at all the things that I do in a day. These are all the things that I literally teach people in a day. Things that we work on with our patients. So that's why I feel like I can hop on here and teach you too. Because look at all these areas that I'm proficient in. Look at all this. Look at this one. Goal setting. That's my favorite thing. Ladies, even if you didn't get your education before you tried getting married and you tried homeschooling your kids, find a way to be setting a goal for yourself, to be getting yourself some type of formal education during your marriage and during your homeschool mom career. That's what I call it. I call it a career because look at me now. I was able to retire as a homeschool mom, and look at me still having to work. But one day we'll talk about how I'm actually, profiting from being a homeschool mom. One day I'll hop on here and do a video about that too. Even though I'm a retired homeschool mom, I'm actually profiting from my work from being a homeschool mom. And no, it's not from making TikTok videos either. or YouTube videos. That's not what I'm talking about. I do have a silver lining of some sorts to my story. So, ladies, be thinking about what new trade you might want to learn, or, what career field you might want to get into right now. Part-time, PRN, start your own business. I always talk about that. Be proactive at educating yourself. Get yourself an education prior to getting married if you're not married already. Some sort of certifications, or, like I say, try a small business. Make soaps at home. I don't know, make jewelry at home. Do something with yourself. Be able to support yourself and your children in case that fool abandons you, your children, and that homeschool. Like, share, subscribe, give Mama D her hearts, and you will, for sure. You're going to thank me later on this one, honey. Bye.